Hello students, welcome back to my e-class. In this video, you will come to know about an effective and interesting method that you can adopt to study and revise for the board exam. So let's see what that method is. Many students find it difficult to study and remember the concepts about a particular person, especially when they are learning about the great personalities, as they do not find it interesting. And the method which you will come to know from this video will help you to make the study of biography question interesting and effective one. So let's see what that method is. And the method is the mind map. Surely the mind maps will make the study of biography questions interesting as you involve yourself in preparing this mind map, and even it will be effective method to study and revise a biography question. So what to do in this method is, you have to select a biography question, and about the particular biography question you have to subdivide the main concept into the sub-concepts. The sub-concepts might be of any number, like it might be about his early life, it might be about his education, it might be about his achievements, it might be about the awards which he received. And after finding the sub-concepts, the next thing what you have to do is, in order to prove those sub-concepts, you have to identify the related informations and facts. So this will ensure a thorough study of the biography of a person, and after the thorough study, you will be able to prepare a mind map of your own, which will contain the main concepts and the sub-concepts and the facts which prove the sub-concepts about the main concept. And now let's see through an example how to adopt this mind map method when you are learning a biography question. I have taken the example of the role of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, very frequently asked question in SSLC exam. Write about the role of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So let's see how this biography question can be studied with the help of the mind map, that makes the study of this question interesting and an effective one. So the main concept here is the role of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Now we have to identify the sub-concepts. The first sub-concept about the role of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar strongly believed that political independence is meaningless without social independence. As a citizen of this nation, all of us have equal rights and responsibilities without any discrimination. That is what is the political independence. And even we have equal access to the public properties like bank, parks, and the school. And we are identified as the citizens of this country. This is the social independence. Just imagine if a citizen is given only the political independence and not the social independence. For example, a citizen enjoys all the political rights and the political independence, but if he is denied the access to the public properties like bank, parks, and the schools, because he belongs to some caste or the category of the society, will it be rightful? It will be an injustice towards that particular citizen. That's what Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said. Political independence is meaningless without social independence. If political independence has to succeed, then the citizens have to be ensured even the social independence. The second sub-point that we have to study and remember about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is about his efforts to remove the untouchability. At first, he made the study of the caste system and came up with the plan to eradicate the caste system completely from our society. Among his early attempts to eradicate untouchability, the movements of Mahad and Kalaram are notable and really played a major role. In the year 1926, the Bombay Presidency granted the access to public property to everyone without any discrimination of the caste. But still, in many public places, the entry of the lower class people was denied. Opposing this, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar launched the Mahad Tank movement on 20th March 1927. Mahad was a small district in Maharashtra. On 20th March 1927, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar marched with thousands of untouchables and followers and drank the water from the well which was situated at Mahad. And this movement was against the practice of untouchability, and they wanted to grant the access of that public well to everyone without the discrimination of the caste. Though a complaint was lodged claiming the tank to be a private one, the legal agitation continued and the tank was made open to everyone after 10 years. This was the first major attempt of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar to remove untouchability from this society. In those days, the untouchables were not allowed to enter the temples as they belonged to the lower strata of the society. But it was against the right individual, and even the lower class communities had all the rights to enter the temple and worship the god. In order to end this, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar decided to launch the Kalaram temple movement. Kalaram is a famous pilgrimage center at Nashik in Maharashtra. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, in order to end the practice of untouchability and to grant the access to the temples, even to the untouchables, he launched the Kalaram Temple Satyagraha with the other volunteers numbering nearly 15,000. Dr. Ambedkar started this movement on 2nd March 1930, which went on for several other years under the leadership of several other like-minded people, even in the absence of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, as he had to participate in the 3 roundtable conferences. Finally, after 5 years of struggle, the Kalaram temple was let open to everyone without the discrimination of the caste. He participated in all the three roundtable conferences which were held at London in 1930, 31 and 1932. There he represented the lower class community of India and gave his valuable suggestions to bring reforms to uplift the condition of lower class people in India. Even he demanded for a separate electorate for the untouchables in the second roundtable conference. Demand for a separate communal electorate constituency for the untouchables was opposed by Mahatma Gandhiji in the second roundtable conference. Why did Gandhiji oppose this demand? Was he against the depressed classes? No. Gandhiji opposed this demand because it was a threat to the unity of Hindu community. Its implementation will result in the division of the Hindu community on the basis of the class. And this Mahatma Gandhiji not wanted to happen. So he opposed this. And even it would have affected the ongoing Indian freedom struggle. But the British were in favor of giving separate communal electorate constituencies to the untouchables, as they were following the divide and rule policy. Opposing this, Mahatma Gandhiji went on for fast unto death. This action of Mahatma Gandhiji pressurized Dr. B.R. Ambedkar to have a meeting with the Mahatma Gandhiji at Eravada jail to come to a conclusion. And this resulted in the Pune Pact between Mahatma Gandhiji and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. From this pact, the lower class communities, instead of getting the representation at the reserved constituencies, they got an opportunity to represent all the general constituencies by contesting along with the general candidates in the general elections. And the next sub point to be studied and remembered about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is about his publications. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar published 4 periodicals. The first one, Prabuddha Bharata. Second one, Janata. Third one, the Mookanayaka. And the Bahishkrita Bharata. These were the publications which were published by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The next sub-concept to be concentrated about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is about the political parties that he had established. It will be interesting to know that he was never the part of Indian National Congress. Instead, he had established 2 political parties, namely Bahishkrit Hitakarani Sabha and the Swatantra Karmika Party. The next sub-point that we should study is about the posts held by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. During his lifetime, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar gave his valuable service as a Diwan to Baroda Maharaja, and even his greatest achievement was as a chairman of the drafting committee of the Indian Constitution. And for this achievement is known as the architect of the Indian Constitution. And even he served as the first law minister of our nation. The greatest achievement of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar that he ensured equality to all the Indian citizens by legally guaranteeing the provisions against untouchability, and he took all the measures to end the practice of untouchability in India. For all these achievements of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he was posthumously awarded the highest civilian award of our nation, the Bharat Ratna. And this completes the mind map about the role of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. And this is how you can use the mind map to study a biography question and make the study of biography question interesting one and an effective one. No study will be complete without evaluation. And now it's time for you to check your comprehension on the concept of role of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Please find the link which is given along with this video and evaluate yourself about your comprehension on this concept. If you find this mind map method useful for your study of the biography questions, please like this video, give your suggestions through comments, and if you are not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. Let's meet in the next video.